Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I wanted to do a quick Skiff washers replacement. I believe these are the washers according to the website that I should be putting on. There's a quarter pivot, 1/16 balls, 13 count. So let's go ahead and begin with this. This is the Sharp by Design Evo Typhoon, and let's jump right into it. I believe these are all going to be T8s. So let's look at that, T8s. So I'm pretty sure these are T8s, so let's just confirm real quick. Yeah, T8s, all right. So this is going to be pretty easy. It's going to be 2 screws. I have one back here. And we'll have one here. This is a captive pivot, so this should come right off. A lot of Loctite on that one. Ooh, look at that. All that Loctite in there. All in there. We'll have to clean that out. That was on there pretty tight. So we got a washer there. Here's the washers. There's a pivot. All right. Let's just confirm these are the right size real quick. So I have a tool for the pivot. This will tell me if this is, okay, so this says 3/16, right? So this is a quarter. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well, they are. Those are the right ones. I guess we don't really go necessarily by the pivot, which is fine. So let's see. Okay, yeah, so these are the size ones. And these right here are probably, what, 1/16? So, yeah, 1/16. So you see that, 1/16? And we'll just confirm, 1/16, obviously. So these would be the right ones. All right, so let's go ahead and clean everything up first. These are the ones we're going to put in. So I'd like to get a little feel of how dirty this was. It's not too dirty. Okay, so we'll just put these over here. Has a little dirt in it, but it's not too terrible. My cloth is already dirty from cleaning a bunch of other knives. But let's clean up in here. Okay, there's a lot of Loctite over there. Take that little pivot off. Let's go ahead and take the washer out. Well, it's being a little challenging, isn't it? I need something a little thinner to get in there. So I'm going to grab my, let's see here, my glass screwdriver. See if I can get that off with that. There we go. Wow, that was challenging. Okay, and that one's off. These are some thick washers, which I like. Really good stuff. Nice thick washers, look at that. Definitely a lot of dirt on there for sure. Now this is a captive pivot. And you'll notice a captive pivot. By underneath there's a little square piece right there. It's cut out where it fits in. I don't know if you can see that. That's what locks it in place right there. You see that? Let's see if we can get focus on that. All right. That is Loctite right there. Wow. There's a lot of Loctite in there. You can see chunks of it coming off. And here you'll see his unique detent nub. You see that right here? If we can get a nice close-up look at that. You'll see it's a nub, unlike a detent ball, and it travels over the track like that. And that gives it a very unique spring-like snap when it launches. Very cool. And this is usually tuned really well, which it is. That's really nice. All right, so let's reassemble. I'm going to use a little bit of oil, not much. This is the lock bar pin, or the blade stop pin, I should say. Sorry. Put that in there. You see how it comes up right like that. Stops right there. And this is where the detent nub travels over. Gives it that nice snappy force. So we're going to put a little bit of our heavy gauge oil on that as well. Just a little bit. Okay. Then we'll put some of our oil over here. So the track originally was on that side, so we'll face it this way. Put a little oil on that side. Okay, so we have our backstop pin here. That one's in, that one's in. A little pin there, so we're all good there. We can close that. I think we're ready to close. Okay, now before I do that, I'm going to clean off this. You can see all that dirt on there. Not dirt, that's technically Loctite. There's quite a bit on there. I'm going to go grab some alcohol. I'll be right back. Ooh, it came out a little faster than I expected, but I guess we got plenty of stuff now. Whoa, plenty of isopropyl alcohol cleaned off. Almost got it all off. Good. That's relatively clean. Probably as clean as I'm going to be able to get it. So let's shake up this Loctite. I always hate that bubble at the top and then it starts to expand with the heat. And so I have too much coming out. I just need a little bit. Just like that. Okay. Let's put this back on. Just need just a little bit. So a lot of times I get asked, do I need to put skiff washers on there? And my answer a lot of times is no, you don't. Sometimes skiff washers are absolutely not necessary. But do I like to put skiff washers on there? Yes, I do. And in cases like really nice quality knives like this, like Sharp Eye Design, the Evo Typhoon, it's done really, really well. And some of the Riot's best production stuff, right? Especially because of Brian Nadeau's really attention to detail and his CNC work that he does with them, because he knows these machines better. He knows the specs, gets them over there. They really follow his design really closely. So just trying to see. I want to have it as tight as I need to without blade rock. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to let that sit, but I can already tell you, you know, these washers are pretty good. They really are. And are they absolutely necessary to be replaced? No, absolutely not. But Does it gain me anything? Do I get anything out of it? In this case, it's going to be very minimal, very, very minimal. But I do get something. I get just a little creamier, buttery smoothness in action that I particularly like. And that's something that's important to me. And that's why I use Skiff washers and I highly recommend them. It's all a matter of what means a lot to you. What's most valuable? What do you enjoy the most? You can see all this stuff came from the old Loctite. That's all the debris that's everywhere from the Loctite, which is kind of unfortunate, but it was dirty. It had a lot of Loctite kept in there to really tighten it up, which I can understand. You know, I mean, they didn't want it to travel and they balanced it, so you know they're gonna do what they're gonna do, right? So there's the cloth, and this right here, this is one of these little KPL Ultra Micro kind of Q-tips or swabs or whatever you want to call it. I use that to clean in the inside. Really great little tool if you haven't had one of these. I'll throw this out because I used it. But there you go. That's all there's, and this is just regular isopropyl alcohol, 91%. Works really great. Highly recommend this stuff for like cleaning. It gets rid of the oil, helps dissolve it, move it out. And as you can see, my cloth has really picked up a lot of oil from dirty knives as I've cleaned them. Probably need to get rid of that and get a new one, or wash it. But there you go. So the Evo Typhoon, even though the pivot is a much smaller pivot, as you saw, I was able to put a, what was it, a 3/16 pivot on there. But I could use this one with the 422 outer diameter, which makes me wonder. Quarter pivot. That's a 6mm. That's a 6mm. And this is a quarter pivot. The outer diameter is 4.86, right? And these were 4.20. Yeah. I was kind of curious if I could have put multi-row on there. Makes me wonder. I don't know if they would have fit, but it makes me wonder if they would have fit. I was curious. It'd be kind of cool if you could do a multi-row on this. I bet that would make it even more awesome. Yeah, see, it's real close. It's real close. It's just a little bit wider. I mean, I think it was still rested on there really nicely, but I don't know if there's been enough room on the side. I'd have to take it apart and try it again if I wanted to do that, but I wasn't really sure. Anyways, you could put multi-rows on them, right? That would be one thing. I also have another set of multi-rows, but these are even wider. These are, as you can see, these are 0.429 and these are 0.466. So these are wider and definitely probably would not fit for sure. And then these are all made for smaller ones, really small, smaller, yeah. So anyways, might be worth trying maybe another time, see if that would actually fit on there, because we're not really as concerned about the pivot with these guys as we're concerned with about the width, if you can fit something like that in there. Now I don't know if 0.046 inches is significant enough, if there's enough room for that 0.046 inches for it to fit. If it is, I could have put multi-row in there. That would have been really cool, I think. So anyways, hey, if you found this video fun, interesting, worthwhile, entertaining, or informative, would you please consider liking the video down below? And if you've already liked the video, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking videos really helps out the channel, allows me to grow, produce more content, do more things. Very much appreciate that. And if you've done all that, maybe consider hitting the notification button so you can be notified of future content when it's released. And if you've done all that, maybe check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. And by the way, I am a partner with Skiffs, and if you use my code RNK10, you get 10% off. I forgot to mention that. I'll have to try to remember to put a little note there at the top if I can remember when I release this video. If not, it'll be in the description. But thanks so much for watching today. You guys have a great day and a great week. Bye.